G'day guys, and welcome back to Stitch Up and another episode of Flight Simulator. We're going to be taking a lovely flight here. And yes, on the screen here you can see we're going to be departing from Edinburgh Fife. So we're going to be going from EGPJ Fife and going into so that'll be taken off from here, just above Edinburgh, north of Edinburgh, across the Firth of Fife, I believe it's called. And we are going to be coming into Edinburgh, EGBH. This is going to be this one here. So this is a requested flight from, who we got there? It's Willie2333. So thank you, Willie2333, for the flight request. More than happy to do this one for you. Hopefully I don't bollocks it up. Let's have a quick look and see what's we're going to do here. Been looking at different liveries, let's go with the Kenmore livery on the Cessna 172, which I think will be pretty good. Not too fast, this aeroplane, and let's see how we go with this. So we are absolutely ready to rock and roll. Close the window there. What do we got going on? And let's get into flight. Actually, with the flight conditions, let's change the weather to live weather. No, let's take off live weather and let's do clear skies. Actually, you know what? Overcast, high level clouds. Let's do high level clouds. I think that could be nice. And I've got the time of the day, midday, but I wouldn't mind doing that a little bit sort of morning-y. What do we got there? 9:45. Yeah, I think that could be quite nice. So that's all pretty good. It's quite northern, so we'll see how that goes with that. I'm turning the air traffic off and we're going to jump in. So let's do this flight from Fife Airport to Edinburgh Airport. So please jump in, enjoy the Stitch Up intro, and I'll see you on the runway in just a sec. Okay, hopefully this is all okay, and we can see here, let me just jump onto ready to fly, and I want to jump out of that view, so that is not that button, that is that button. Yeah, lovely. Okay, so this should all be pretty good. We've got the objectives, the parking brake is on, so let's see about this. The flaps are set to take off, and it's all going to be quite nice. So flaps there, let's fire up the engines and let's get the engine revving to about here. Now I've got the engine noise turned down a little bit, so I'm hoping it's pretty good, but I do have that one turned down because it was pretty loud in the last one, you know, I think maybe a little bit louder might be okay, but let's see. If you've got any feedback on that, let me know. Okay, the engine's warmed up. Let's rev up a little bit and get ourselves up to takeoff speed. So we'll go to about here, and we're ready to fly. So, quick check of all the cameras. Quick check of the flaps. Oh, sorry, the rudder. The rudder. Ailerons. We'll leave all that actually. Yeah, ailerons are ready to rock and roll, and we are ready to go. So we are going to rev up that engine a little bit more, and we're going. Okay, let's keep the plane straight here using the rudder, not the ailerons. So just keep that going like that. This is basically my feet pedals. I want to just keep this flight nice. Oh, we're rocking down that runway. We are rocking down that runway. It is windy. Let's get a bit more. Whoa! Oh my God! Hang on. Okay, I think we're gonna reset that. Okay, let's go with the restart. Okay, let's do that again, and we will go Okay, and I'm hoping we're going to be pretty good. Let's just make sure we're pretty good there. Just get the, let's get this. I have to keep the hand on there. We are roaring down that runway. And we are up. Watch the tail plane. Okay, stay in line with the departure runway during initial climb. So we want to stay here for the initial climb. High level clouds, watching the pitch of things. Lovely. And
stall. Oh, stall.
You don't want to go too steep. Okay, this is pretty good. Okay, that's nice. Flaps have automatically retracted, which is pretty good. I do want to perform a left-hand turn here. So let's start to pull out here. We can see, what is this
Edinburgh
area?
approach Cessna Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra
Very
Alpha
nice.
is type Cessna Skyhawk 1 mile southwest of Echo Golf Papa Juliet 1,000 feet. Request clearance to transition Charlie airspace.
Cessna Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra Alpha Edinburgh approach. Squawk 6325.
Okay, so we've done a left-hand turn
Squawk
there.
6325 Cessna Golf Sierra Alpha.
And
Cessna
you can
Golf
see,
Sierra Alpha radar contact 2 miles southwest of Echo Golf Papa Juliet 1,400 feet. Cleared
so-
through the Charlie airspace.
so Edinburgh Airport is
Cleared
straight
through
ahead.
the Charlie airspace Cessna Golf Sierra Alpha.
And this will be heading towards the Firth of Fife. So the initial climb phase is done, and a steady rate of climb to reach the cruise altitude. Okay, so we are on a good heading to head directly to the airport. Now if I'm heading straight across here, and I've got my VR map here, I am pretty much on target. If we have a bit of a look at it, Edinburgh is here. Now the Firth Bridge is just over here. So I do want to swing by and have a look at that. That'll be over, I think that'll be in this region on the screen. And then if I go and have a look, Edinburgh should be just over the Firth and along here. Now I believe that there is Jacob's Ladder, this little mound over here, I think. So yeah, hopefully Willie 2333, because I believe you might be Scottish, just a hunch. But hopefully, yeah, you can correct me if I'm incorrect, and please feel free to leave comments down there. Thank you again for the suggestion. Yeah, let's talk about where else we're going to be flying. Let's just have a bit of a look around, see this beautiful airport. You can see me sitting in the cabin, in the cockpit there. Yeah, we're flying out there. I've gone for high level clouds. It's a beautiful aeroplane, and we are dropping. We're dropping altitude. Yeah, let's just bring them up. No, we're picking up altitude. That's fine. I wouldn't mind just leveling off. Just trying to keep a nice altitude level there. I don't know if I get to 130 in the yellow, if that's the cruising altitude, but let me see. Let's get up there. Let's see. Oh, that's the airspeed. Okay, that's a stall airspeed. Good. We just want to be on here. What altitude are we sitting at, guys? We're at 3,500 feet. Okay, I think that's pretty good actually to be able to see everything. And in fact, now Microsoft's Flight Simulator 2020, the particular rendering of the Firth Bridge, these bridges run across here. There are two. One I believe is rail, and one possibly is road. Just having a quick look here to see where the Edinburgh Airport is. It does say to go that way. So there's Edinburgh Airport directly to me, and it says I'm off on a slight heading change. But what we're going to do is we're actually going to swing over. These bridges aren't actually that special in Microsoft Flight Simulator. They're just kind of road bridges over here that you kind of see in, you know, Grand Theft Auto or something like that. Nothing spectacular. So what we'll do is we'll fly across here, and I believe Edinburgh is just here. Here's the port. Now we're going to fly over the port area. We've got this sort of port, and this is where Britannia sits. So we're going to see if we can see Britannia. I went to Edinburgh, well, maybe about a year ago. I went to Edinburgh on my own and had a look at Britannia and Edinburgh Castle. if you're living anywhere in, well, I live in London, and it was such a good trip. I loved it. Yeah, I think that's Jacob Ladder there. We'll see. Yeah, but such a good trip. You know, the train is 5 hours from London. Fantastic. It's the Flying Scotsman route. The famous Flying Scotsman, breaking its record on that route. The Flying Scotsman route, it's actually called the Flying Scotsman, is Edinburgh Airport there, so we'll be over there in a little while. Yeah, you fly in and it's absolutely fantastic. I'm just going to drop the throttle back a tiny bit because we are going to start to drop a bit of altitude here. Now we're at 2.5, we're just past 2,500 feet. And what I want to do is just have a bit of a look at some of the sites, and when I do that, I don't want to be too high, but I don't want to be then, you know, don't want to be too low, but definitely not too high. So we'll have a little bit of a look over things, and we'll see. I believe Edinburgh Castle is on this rocky outcrop here. We certainly want to fly around that one. Drop that airspeed down a bit there, Chief. The engine is revving. I want to bring it down a little bit. Just having a look over here. This is where I'm setting it. This is what the engine is doing. And we'll just see if we can drop that down a tiny bit and just come down. I like the decrease in altitude. It's coming along nice. Let's see. And Britannia sits over here. Britannia is in Edinburgh, and it is an appalling presentation of a beautiful national treasure. Yeah, it was just such a shame. I mean, I went on Britannia and it was, you know, it's an amazing ship, but it shouldn't be in Edinburgh. Yeah, Britannia was just here. Where is it? Britannia's not even here on this, but Britannia sits here against this shopping centre. So right there, that's where the Britannia is. And I don't believe we can see the ship at all. Nope. Yeah, you see the shopping centre there. Yeah, this is exactly where it is. All this area has been redeveloped. So there's a big shopping centre here. Oh, there it is, Britannia. There it is, right there. So let's just circle around it. Oh God. Okay, let's circle around it and not kill ourselves. And I'll just do this a little bit better. I need to do that way better, please. Britannia. It is just here. Just kind of looks like Britannia has sunk, but I guess what it's doing there is Google Maps is rendering it. But yeah, you can see where it is. Okay, now that we've done that, let's do a sharp turn. Just going to put the throttle up a bit while we do this turn. We're really leaning in there. That's 45-degree angle here, and fly along. You can see the sunken Britannia sitting in there. I guess Edinburgh is not one of those cities that's been rendered in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 and hasn't had its full treatment. A bit like when I did the flight in Melbourne, but it hasn't had the full treatment yet. So we'll have a look. There's some lovely Victorian buildings on this outcrop here that overlook Edinburgh. If you go to Edinburgh, it's worth doing that, going up there. It's all free, you get in, and they're lovely sort of 20th century Victorian creations. You can walk all the way up here as well, this hill. I thought it was called Jacob's Ladder, I think it is. And then you can look down over to Edinburgh, and Edinburgh Castle is over here. So we've got to do a little bit of a check of Edinburgh Castle, and then we're going to fly to Edinburgh Airport and hopefully get a lovely landing. Yeah, you can do a lovely walk up here. It's a bit of a walk, it's a bit of a steep walk. Yeah, this is interesting. There's Edinburgh Castle would sit on this rocky outcrop here, and here's the train station coming in. So you come into this lovely train station, and Edinburgh Castle sits on here. And what a shame that Edinburgh has not been rendered in Microsoft Flight Simulator to its best. This is the car park for Edinburgh Castle. It's where the Edinburgh Tattoo is, and Edinburgh Castle is on here. But Google Earth is not having it. It is not having it at all. I want to just go back there a little bit. Now let's see exactly where. So 6.19 nautical miles is our location where we're heading to. And it's dead ahead. I'll have to see what our orientation and approach is for landing. If I have a look here, I believe I'm going to have to make I believe we have to come in this way, so I'm going to make myself a nice left-hand turn, and I'm going to see if I can get a nice approach to Edinburgh Airport. So we roll that out. There's my plane. Yeah, turn up that way, and then if I'm coming in here, here's the airport there, so I'll need to make a lovely right-hand turn very shortly to come into Edinburgh Airport. So let's do that. Just seeing about this, and this will be a flight into Edinburgh. Ooh. And of course, absolutely, we just go into
500.
We're only 500 feet out here, feet high. We've got the landing flaps deployed. I want to get a visual of this runway at 3.9 nautical miles out, and I can kind of see here. If I'm looking at the plane on the VFR map, I should be able to swing in with the runway, and I can see the runway there. I do want to. And it's actually been a little while since I've been flying in Microsoft Flight Simulator. So there's a runway lining up there, which is nice. I hope that's a runway. Please be a runway. I think it is.
500.
Okay, so now we're coming in and we're starting to drop down a little bit. And I'll have to have that brake coming right in. I think I've forgotten which the brake is. So this could be a bumpy landing. I think I can throttle all the way down. I'm hoping this isn't runway here. I believe it is. Let's keep down. Okay, let's keep down, guys. Just keeping here and watching that and trying to throttle away. Let's see if we can get this out here. We are trying to slow down a little bit. Let's see if we can just spin out here. Yep. Okay, so we've got the brake there. Let's go flaps up. And we're at Edinburgh Airport, so that's not too bad actually. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. I've got the engine completely throttled down. I need to stay throttled up a tiny bit while we get to where we need to get to. Let me just see here. Let's go out here. And I don't know what gate we need to get into. Here's a couple of buses. Oop. Yeah, we're in a nice sort of speed here. Go around Edinburgh Airport here. Once I get to the airport, I don't actually know which gate I need to go into, but what we're going to do is just pull in just here. Yeah, and it's funny, using the rudder here is okay. This is a good one to use the rudder on. So let's just pull in here, stop, and let's get that brake on. And that's us at Edinburgh Airport. So we've flown from Fife to Edinburgh, and it's been fantastic. This flight has been for Willie 2333, flying from EGPJ, Echo Golf Papa Juliet, flying into Edinburgh, over Edinburgh Castle and the Firth of Fife, into Echo Golf Papa and Hotel. Hope you've enjoyed this flight, guys. Don't forget to leave a comment. Don't forget to like and subscribe to Stitch Up. Please suggest where you'd like to fly to. I have an upcoming flight in New York from JFK to LaGuardia, so join me for that one. But do let me know in the comments where you would like a flight to and from, and I will make it so. Cheers.